Hi, this is Peter Karsten from Star Trader, and I'm on holiday, and it's a wonderful thing to be on holiday. So, well, before I go into the details of the world's worst holiday, quick background. So, Star Trader, you remember us. We're the guys with offices in cities where 5 billion out of the world's 8 billion people live. And so the team asked me to do a holiday video, so I reached out to Khaled and to Daiyu and to Lucas, and I asked them, hey, tell me about your holidays. What great holidays have you had? What's the best holiday moment you've had? And I didn't quite get the answer I expected. Instead, all three of them started talking about the worst holidays that they've ever had. Starting off with Khaled. Well, let's background. Khaled is this bear. He's got 27 friends that he trades with all the time. Daiyu is this super social woman, incredible. She's got 25,000 friends on TikTok. I don't have 25 friends, as you can see. And Lucas is this Latin American gentleman, really suave, cool guy. Anyway, so we have these three wonderful people. All three of them started talking to me about the worst holidays they've ever had, starting with Khaled. Khaled flew over from Dubai over to Hurghada in Egypt on the Red Sea. He went there because he wanted scuba diving, hanging out in the nightlife, great restaurants, brilliant cafes. There's the El Dahar Cafe, the Old Town Cafe District, which is incredible. You want to do all those beautiful things. So he arrived late one evening and got himself straight out into restaurants, of course, and had a really pleasant evening, really late. Wonderful. Woke up in the morning. Yep, he did wake up. He was proud of himself and managed to get himself down to the place where they have Egyptian minis. So there's this place in Hurghada where they have all these pyramids and so forth, so you could see all the famous things, but in miniature format. While he was there, his tummy went totally wrong, so he's feeling dreadful, plus having enjoyed the evening. So he headed back to the hotel, and then he spent, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days, according to him, in the hotel room without being able to exit because he couldn't move more than 20 meters before, well, we all know what happened. On the very last day, he did manage to go down because he said, I must try some scuba diving. So he went down on the very last day to try to do some scuba diving. And it went badly. Anyway, he managed to get back home to Dubai and everything was fine afterwards. So from his perspective, every time he sees a scuba diving swimsuit, he immediately thinks, you don't want to wear one of those things all the time. Anyway, so that was Khaled's full disaster, and Daiyu's disaster was a little bit different. She booked a flight which went via Delhi to London. She wanted to go to London, partly to do all the cultural things. The Victoria and Albert Museum is a dream. There's a beautiful sculpture of a Serbian warrior at the bottom and on the ground floor and so forth. Incredible, wonderful place to be. And she also wanted to see that Beyonce concert. It's a big time thing for her. So she had a ticket and she was going to fly via Delhi, go over there. Great. A couple of days before she flew, she realized that her cheap flight via Delhi was a cheap flight where you fly in and when you flip terminal, technically you go into India, which means you need a tourist visa in order to continue the flight. So she would not be able to board that flight and get on that flight and do her journey because she needed a visa. The visa took too long to get. So she had to ditch her ticket. She had to throw away her ticket that she'd already bought, this big expensive ticket. She still wanted to see Beyonce. She had time to get there for the Beyonce concert. So, and she needed to get back to work directly afterwards. So instead of having a long holiday culminating in the Beyonce concert, she had to sit there and wait at home for a visa to arrive and then fly. And she got herself new tickets. These are expensive tickets. You're buying last second tickets, cost lots. She managed to get herself over to London, when she got over there, she'd already lost her hotel room. She need to get a new hotel room because she unplugged the old one. So, okay, great. So now she's got a double expense right there. And everything else, she desperately went down to see if she could do some magic shopping down at Harrods, down up on Oxford Street. Bought a bunch of things she didn't need, cost very much money. She ate lunch, dinner, she kept tipping, and money, flying out the door all the time. She saw this incredible concert. So the Beyonce concert was definitely worth the trip. She flew back home. She had roaming charges because she forgot to get a local SIM card. So she had enormous roaming charges on her cell phone, and came home broke, and only just made it back home, back to work on that particular Tuesday when she needed to start working again. So her holiday was, just from a money perspective, it was horrible. So she just, it doesn't feel good for her to think back, except for the Beyonce concert, which was great. And also she did get to see the Victoria and Albert Museum, so that's nice. So she had a couple of good bits in there, but all in all, she felt that was a dreadful holiday. Now, Lucas's holiday was different. So Lucas took the family to Bali. Lovely family of four trip to Bali. Good. And in Bali, Indonesia, beaches, swimming, diving, seeing some beautiful things, good food. Question is whether the coffee is better in Indonesia or if it's better in Egypt. I mean, I quite like that Egyptian coffee myself, I must admit. It's really, really quite cool. And temples, and there's so many beautiful things to do around Bali. Craft, people doing things with their hands. I love that place. It's really nice. So he had a perfect holiday until right on the last day, his wife said that she wanted a divorce. So it was actually the worst holiday of his life. Easy. They have patched things up since, so things are okay now between Lucas and his wife. But that was simply the worst holiday of his life. So all in all of us together, Khaled, Daiyu and Lucas and we wish you a wonderful holiday period. If you've already had your holidays, I hope it was great, and we hope it was great. Look forward to the next one. And other than that, I think we should all just jump in the sea and be happy. So join us now. Thank you. Well, it's 47 degrees in Dubai right now. Even the water's warmer than 40 degrees, but I'm in the very north of Europe, so the water here is always cold. So the trick is, don't get wet. See ya. Woo! That's it.